Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin, and this is the third custom video for Sydney. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about the accuracy of Rolex watches. And this is a question that probably many new people to Rolex watches ask themselves. You know, you pay a bunch of money for one of these mechanical watches. How accurate are they? What kind of accuracy can we realistically expect? All right, before we get into that, let me just say that if you want to watch part one of Sydney's custom videos, then link in the description. We looked at his two-piece Omega chronograph collection. Also, link in the description to part two. We talked about what watch he's interested in getting. It's a pre-ceramic 5-digit date Submariner, the 16610. We talked about what configuration he's gonna want to look into getting. All right, so he writes, what is the certified chronometer rating of these models? All right, so the COSC standard, and that stands for something in French, but the statement on the dial written in English reads superlative chronometer officially certified. And that means that within a 24-hour period and in different positions, it's accurate to the tune of -4 seconds to +6 seconds. Now, in 2021, if you're asking me, that seems kind of lax, all right? And apparently Rolex thinks so too, because their modern 6-digit watches are accurate to -2 to +2 a day. Does that mean you're gonna have to settle for a less accurate watch when it comes to these 5-digit models? Well, yes and no. And let me just say that technically you can't expect or demand any more than what they promised. And that's, again, -4 to +6 a day. But in practice, it's a bit different. Now, we all like accurate watches. I like a slightly fast running watch. I don't want a watch that runs slow. And if I were to get back a watch that was running at -3 seconds a day, I wouldn't be happy. All right, I'd take it back to RSC. And sometimes on the Rolex forums, you'll see people talking about their watch and the accuracy and how they're upset because it's -2 a day. And people will jump on and respond and say, you're crazy, that's a highly accurate watch, you should be happy, it's off by less than 0.000 something percent. And they come up with this impressive calculation with a bunch of zeros as to why this person should be really happy about their -2 a day watch. And I think that's a bit unfair, all right? I think they're doing some number tricks to try to convince a person. It's a little bit of gaslighting in a way, because these days, I think they really can do better, okay? I know they can do better. Do they have to do better? Well, it falls within what they've promised you, so they don't have to. But in my experience, they can and they will. Now, of my Rolex watches, 3 are less than 1 second fast a day, all right? So we'll just call it +1 a day, all right? But a little bit more accurate. That's 3 of them, all right? A 14060 and 2 16710s, which have the 3185 movement. My Explorer 2, which also has the 3185 movement, is +4. And it came back +4. I think, I unfortunately, I dropped it after I got it back before I had a chance to take note of the accuracy. And so I don't know if that's my fault. My guess is it wasn't my fault, because my A serial GMT came back +4. And I wasn't quite happy. I took it back and they made it +1. Now you can do that. I have a friend who just got back his Explorer 2 and it was running a hair slow. It was like less than 1 second slow a day, but he didn't like it and he took it back, and now it's running at just a hair fast, just like less than +1 a day. He's happy. They want to make you happy. Can they do it? They can do it, all right? Now, my advice, Sydney, you get your watch, check out the accuracy, but it's when you take it in for a service, that's when you need to think about broaching this subject with a watchmaker. Be sure to do it before he starts working on the watch. Let him know what kind of accuracy you're expecting. So before he puts the watch back together and seals it up, he has a chance to regulate it to your expectations. So, Sydney, what kind of accuracy can you realistically expect? Well, I think your rights only entitled you to -4 to +6 a day, but in my experience, they'll work with you to get it to where you're happy. And this probably drives watchmakers crazy. There are probably watchmakers watching this video saying, dude, don't tell them that because you're going to make our life a lot harder. And I'm sure if everybody starts bringing their watches in and expecting, you know, less than +1 a day, they're going to say, okay, look, it's COSC. You get what you get. That's all we can do. All right. And maybe I'm wrong for kind of making this video because I don't want people to expect too much. Many of my watches, 75% of my Rolex watches, are running at less than +1 second a day. Highly accurate, right up there with the modern watches. So is it possible? Yes. Can you expect it? Well, I guess it kind of depends on your watchmaker, how cool they are about working with you and putting in the little bit of effort to make it happen. The watches are capable. That's the bottom line here, Sydney. The 16610 is capable of an amazing amount of accuracy. So I don't think you really need to settle for just COSC standards, but a lot of people would say, I don't know if you can expect it, Austin. It depends on how cool the guy is. Let me know what you think, guys. Am I putting out expectations for Rolex that is too much? Are there cringing watchmakers around the world watching this video saying, you're making our lives harder, man? All right, well, I know these little machines can do it. That's the bottom line, okay? So highly accurate watches. Thanks, Sydney, for your question. All right, guys, comment, rate, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.